What's up, decoders? Welcome back. Just got a quick video, breaking news. I just wanted to do a quick video on this because it's super interesting. The news is reporting yesterday and today global outages reported across the globe as airlines, airports, banks, media companies experience disruptions. FAA grounds flights, okay, of several major airlines. This is coming today on July 19th, okay? So look at this, guys. The FAA is announcing they're grounding flights. So it says FAA grounds flights on 719, guys, in Jewish Gematria, one of the most important ciphers in Gematria. FAA grounds flights equals 719 on the date 719. Now, 719 is a prime number. So 719 is the 128th prime number. Now, remember, the movie Leave the World Behind released, if I can pull up the actual cover, it released on December 8th, right? 128. And again, today is 719, which is the 128 prime. Remember, this 128 code has been big. The bridge collapse on March 26th was at 1:28 a.m., and bridge collapse equals 128. Let me show you. Bridge collapse equals 128. Remember, the bridge collapsed, the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed at 128, exactly 128 days before Francis Scott Key's birthday. In the movie Leave the World Behind, there's a ship that hits the shore called the White Lion, okay? And that equals 128. Now remember, in that movie, there's a bridge collapse also. And in that movie, there's cyber attacks that takes down a plane, all right? And again, today is 719, which is the 128th prime number. And now we have all flights being grounded. FAA grounds flights equals 719. Now, what makes this even more interesting is tomorrow we have, or 2 days from now, we have the buck moon. Okay? And the reason that's important is because on the front of the movie Leave the World Behind is the buck moon, or the deer, the buck, right? And what's the chances that this is happening? And remember, in this movie, we get a plane crash from a cyber attack. So are they going to come out and say that this was a cyber attack? They haven't confirmed any of that yet. But what I'm saying is, it's very interesting that this is happening around the buck moon when Leave the World Behind has a buck, and it's about a cyber attacks taking systems down. Okay? Now, what makes it even more interesting with all this buck symbolism is last night Donald Trump gave his speech to accepting the nomination for the Republican nomination in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the RNC. And of course, the Milwaukee team has the buck. Okay? So we should really be watching out because, again, they say that global outages across airlines and banks. So again, what is a buck, guys? They also call dollars bucks. You have 20 bucks, So again, this doesn't seem like a coincidence. This seems completely tied to Leave the World Behind. U.S. flights grounded as outages disrupt businesses around the world. And there's so much probably to unpack here, but I just wanted to do this short video. Now remember, guys, on January 11th, 2023, we also had the FAA grounding flights. So if you go from that day, January 11th, 2023, that was a grounding of flights, right? Between that and today is exactly 555 days, which is very interesting, right? Exactly 555 days between these two groundings of flights. And again, today is the 201st day of the year. Okay, you guys know Microsoft is reportedly the one responsible for this outage, apparently, because it was a Microsoft outage that originally brought all these issues. Okay, remember, Microsoft is owned by Mr. William, and Mr. William, this guy, is born on 1028, which is another. If you drop the zero, it's another 128. But he owns Microsoft, right? And Microsoft has an outage that causes this. And again, when this outage happened, okay, it was because also, the outage back on January 11th, 2023, it was, again, completely tied, guys. What I'm saying is this is completely tied, and whatever this connection is super interesting. I should see how many days it is before Bill Gates' birthday. Let me just check that real fast because I think it's worth noting. Remember, Leave the World Behind was completely tied to Matthew Perry, who actually passed away on Bill Gates' birthday last year. And Matthew Perry was also connected. He was in Leave the World Behind. The girl in Leave the World Behind was always trying to watch the final episode of Friends. So it's just very interesting. It's 266 days since Matthew Perry died. So there's other stuff to look at here. But what I'm saying is the big connection, guys, 719. Now, going back to Bill Gates real fast. Again, Bill Gates owns Microsoft. Now, remember, Event 201, today is the 201st day of the year. Event 201 was a pandemic simulation on October 18, 2019 by the Bill and You Know What Foundation. Okay, so if you go from that Event 201 on October 18th, 2019 to today, is exactly 248 weeks. Again, guys, this is a big number because the United States of America just turned 248 years old on the 4th of July this year. And again, that's a huge Pluto connection. Pluto, the planet of destruction and rebirth. So are they getting ready to take down the system so that they can rebuild a new one? But I don't think it's a coincidence that it's 248 weeks exactly between Event 201 and today, the 201st day of the year. Don't forget William Henry Gates 201, his full name. And he was part of both this Event 201 and he is the owner of Microsoft. And Microsoft is apparently the reason for the outage today. Okay. So anyways, I hope that clarifies a few things. There's probably a lot more to find. But if you guys have anything else to add, please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching as always. And we'll see what comes of this. And as always, please hit the likes and share, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.